Detailed history of Ukraine. Early civilizations. Ukraine's history begins with early human settlements over 40,000 years ago. The Tripolia-Cucuteni culture, 5500–2750 BCE, thrived in the region, notable for its advanced pottery, agriculture, and large settlements. Later, nomadic tribes like the Scythians and Sarmatians dominated the steppes, leaving behind rich cultural and archaeological legacies, including gold artifacts. Kyivan Rus, 9th–13th century. In the 9th century, Kyivan Rus, a federation of Slavic tribes, emerged as a powerful state. Founded by the Varangians, Vikings, it centered around Kyiv, which became a hub of trade and culture. Prince Vladimir the Great introduced Christianity in 988, solidifying ties with Byzantium and laying the foundation for Eastern Slavic culture. However, internal conflicts and the Mongol invasion in 1240 led to the state's fragmentation. Mongol domination, 13th–14th century. After the fall of Kyivan Rus, the region came under the control of the Mongol Golden Horde. Kyiv and other major cities were devastated, leading to economic and political decline. Western parts of Ukraine, such as Galicia-Volhynia, maintained some autonomy and later came under Polish and Lithuanian influence. Polish-Lithuanian rule, 14th–17th century. By the 14th century, much of Ukraine was divided between the Grand Duchy of Lithuania and the Kingdom of Poland. After the 1569 Union of Lublin, Ukraine became part of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Ukrainian peasants faced harsh feudal oppression, while the Orthodox Church was marginalized, leading to religious tensions and resistance. Cossack Hetmanate, 17th century. The rise of the Cossacks, free warriors living in the steppes, marked a turning point. In 1648, Bohdan Khmelnytsky led a rebellion against Polish rule, establishing the Cossack Hetmanate. This semi-autonomous state sought alliances with neighboring powers, including Muscovy. However, the Treaty of Pereyaslav, 1654, with Russia resulted in eventual domination by the Russian Empire. Partition and Russian domination, 18th–19th century. During the 18th century, Ukraine was partitioned between the Russian and Austro-Hungarian empires. Catherine the Great dissolved the Cossack Hetmanate in 1764, fully integrating eastern Ukraine into the Russian Empire. Meanwhile, western Ukraine remained under Austrian rule. Russification policies suppressed Ukrainian language and culture, sparking a rise in nationalist movements in the 19th century. Ukrainian People's Republic, 1917–1921. The collapse of the Russian and Austro-Hungarian empires during World War I gave Ukraine a chance for independence. The Ukrainian People's Republic was declared in 1917 but faced opposition from Bolsheviks, leading to the Soviet-Ukrainian War. By 1921, most of Ukraine was incorporated into the Soviet Union, while western territories were annexed by Poland. Soviet era, 1922–1991. Under Soviet rule, Ukraine underwent rapid industrialization but faced significant hardships. The Holodomor, 1932–33, a man-made famine under Stalin, caused the deaths of millions of Ukrainians. World War II further devastated the region, as Ukraine became a major battleground between Nazi Germany and the USSR. Post-war, Ukraine rebuilt as a key part of the Soviet Union, but nationalist sentiments persisted. Independence and post-Soviet transition, 1991–2013. Ukraine declared independence on August 24, 1991, following the collapse of the Soviet Union. The transition to a market economy was turbulent, marked by political corruption and economic challenges. Despite this, Ukraine sought closer ties with Europe while balancing its historical connections to Russia. Euromaidan and Revolution, 2013–2014. In 2013, protests erupted against then-President Viktor Yanukovych's decision to suspend an EU trade agreement in favor of closer ties with Russia. The Euromaidan protests grew into a revolution, leading to Yanukovych's ousting in 2014. The movement highlighted Ukraine's aspiration for European integration and democratic reforms. Crimea annexation and ongoing conflict, 2014–present. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea, a move widely condemned by the international community. Simultaneously, pro-Russian separatists, backed by Moscow, began an armed conflict in eastern Ukraine. This led to the ongoing war in the Donbas region, causing thousands of deaths and displacing millions. Despite the conflict, Ukraine has pursued reforms, strengthened ties with NATO, and maintained its sovereignty. Ukraine's history reflects a continuous struggle for independence, cultural identity, and geopolitical significance.